Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on Upptalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say Upptalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
First, I will give you idea about identity management. We will cover problem statement, impact on organization problem solution, what is IAM, what is the importance of IAM, the benefit when we place IAM solution, what are the benefit. First is basically identity access management is used in your organization. Any organization, for example, Delhi, KP, EM, G, EI, Accenture, JP Morgan, any organization, they have different users like employee, contractor, suppliers, and they have different systems like every employee access different systems and those systems contain confidential data, sensitive information. If that is leading market, it will be a big problem for a company. In organization, we need to control all this access management, like who has what access, do they have access. We will see the challenges, what is the current challenges in the organization and how IAM solution is providing, not providing, addressing those challenge. Problem statement in organization. Multiple identification is used in organization to identify user. For example, your username, email, employee. Now user get confused with all of these IDs. Management and audit has difficulty keeping track of all these IDs, regulation and compliance. Because I am just explaining the problem statement, like giving introduction about identity access management and just explaining the problem statement that we have in the current, in all the organization. What are the challenges we have? Regulation and compliance, increasing threats, maintenance cost. Basically, we don't have a proper system, like we have a different identifier for user, username, email, employee ID. Data is not synced with different system and is not managed in a single system. And now we don't have data sync, it's very difficult to perform audit on the data. Now we don't have the managed data. It's very difficult to apply regulation and compliance. This is the issue. Many IDs like user will have different account in the organization and on each account. For example, Active Directory, we are using your email, and for HR Online HR Info account, we are using your employee ID. This application and this user is not in sync. This is the big challenge. Multiple contexts. We have different type of user. Example employee, contractor, consultant, supplier, full-time employee, part-time employee. In the US, we have hourly base employee. Different type of context we have. Again, it's a complexity increase when we have different type of employee because every year norms and regulation is different in your organization as compared to the contractor. Impact on the organization end user. Too many IDs, too many passwords must wait for access to application. Now, when this application is assigned to user, it goes on manual approach. A manual approach. Basically, someone will create a Active Directory team. Create your account on the Active Directory system. And then PeopleSoft team will account your create on the PeopleSoft system. This is a manual process. It's an error-prone process first. Second, it will take time because if you talk about a single user, let's say a one user joined one employee, joined our nation, it's very easy to create account. But let's say 200, 500, 800, 1,000, 5,000 people join the organization. Then it will take a lot of time to create account for all those users. Administrator, same issue with administrator also. They have to manage too many IDs, too many end user requests. Request could be password request. We forgot our username, we forgot our password, etc. Difficult or unreliable ways to sync all the accounts. Someone develop a Java process, someone write a Python script. We are syncing one system to another system. There's no proper solution to address these issues. Audit and compliance. We don't have the data in managed data, like all the data is properly managed and all data is synced. We cannot perform audit because audit is basically checking your data and check with the validating if all the access is properly assigned or not, but we don't have data in sync. How we will perform the audit? Orphan accounts. Orphan account are those accounts where account is created but there is no real user present in the organization. Security and compliance issue. Now who has what accounts? Why do they have those accounts? Who approved those accounts? Are there any orphan accounts in the organization for any application? Who has access to what resource? For how long they had that access? You have account on an Active Directory application as an admin role. It's very difficult to track when you have employee strength 50,000, 80,000, 1,000 to like employee strength in your organization. It's very difficult to track who has what type of access system, who can modify the system, who can create issues, security breach. It's very difficult. Now the problem. Solution is identity and access management tool. Any tool which is providing identity access management feature. Now, if you see here identity repository, first we are storing all the user into IAM solution. We can get all the data in one place. It will solve issue that your data is not synced. This issue will be solved by this. Second is monitoring and reporting tools. We have different monitoring and reporting tools through which we can make sure that all data is properly synced and if there any issue comes, then we can, based on the report, we can identify that this data is not correct. And same time, this data will be used for all purpose. Second is security policy enforcement tools, because we need to apply different compliance policy based on the company location, sensitivity of data, based on that we have to apply those policies. For that we have those tools that we can configure different policy on the data. Then the software provisioning tools. Previously, account creation and account, when you join the organization, account creation process, and when you leave the organization, account creation process were totally manually. Now we have the software provisioning tool through which we can, without involved like manual intervention, the reprovisioning can be done, and also same time we can automate this, which again save a lot of effort. The password management tool, the next issue is, password reset, request password forget issues. And those can be also handled by the password management tool. Identity access management is basically one solution which is handling all of this together, providing one-stop solution to all or, different issues to the organization. What is IAM? IAM Access Management is a framework of business process policy and technology that facilitate the management of electronic or digital identities. With an IAM framework in place, Information Technology Manager can control user access to critical information within the organization. System use for II includes single sign-on system, two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication, and privileged access management. This technology also provides the ability to securely store identity and profile data as well as the data governance function to ensure that only the data is necessary and relevant to share. For example, when you do join the organization, you will have only those systems account created for you, which is required for your business tasks. No additional access will be provided to you. This is a one example of what we do in IAM, but there are other security and other, problems are present that we address through IAM solution. Why is IAM important? Business leader and IT department are under increased regulatory and organization pressure to protect access to the corporate resource. All this account. Active Directory account, that means your Windows laptop account, you have payroll access, you have a Lemon-S portal, lead management system portal, basically different accounts that you get when you join any organization. Those are called corporate resources. Like, for example, we as in person, we have different social media accounts and different website account like Facebook account, WhatsApp app, net banking account. That are the personal account that we have. But for the organization, those accounts which are created to create it for the employee and for the contractor or supplier, these are called corporate resources. IT team which responsible to set up those server systems providing you access. They are always under pressure that access should be provided to the user. That is the one benefit. IAM automate this task and enable like granular access, control and auditing of corporate asset on premises and in the cloud. Other feature is basically we do have provision that we can automate all of this task, and we are not handling the on-premises resources. We are also handling the resources which are present on the cloud. IAM, which has an ever increasing list of feature. Initially, index is management. Like for example, let's say take example of 15 years back or 20 years back. Initially, that time we saw one problem in the organization. And for that, we are providing one solution to the organization. But now this IAM tool, for example, let's say my company hired me. I'm a full stack developer. I can suggest them, we have this issue. I can write down some script, using Java or Python or any other language through which we can control this data, or we can generate the report for audit purpose, etc. I can target one problem and I can provide solution, but IAM tool is not that like that. IAM tool is combining all the issues and providing solution to all our problems, because all the problems are related to each other within our organization. IAM, which has an ever increasing list of features, including biometric behavior analytics and AI, is well suited to the legacy of the new security landscape. For example, EM's tight control of resource access is highly distributed and dynamic environment aligned with the industry transition from firewall to zero trust model and with the security requirement of IP. And that means the latest technology that are coming in the market, biometric analytics, AI, firewall, zero trust models, IoT, those can be integrated with your IAM tool. It's not like these are one software we're just doing, only listed problem, addressing listed problems. Not like that. It is designed in a way that we can connect IAM system with any other security system or any other technology. The benefit of IAM, give more control to audit. Now we have all the data when we have IAM solution. Now we have all the data in sync, all the data in one place. It's very easy to perform audit, trim down time to deliver application service. We know what are the applications we have. We know what are the user type we have. We have designed those process. Now application, for example, new user join, they will get immediate access because everything is done using a software and automatic automated process. And when they leave, immediate access will be revoked. This will, trim down time to deliver application, same time revoking the application access, get better operational efficiency. Now we are automating everything. Previously, when your password reset, you reach out to help desk, then help desk reach out to application. From there, they will send you your password on your email. Now everything is automated. You just go to the portal, you password reset, you get the password automatically on your email. Much manual effort is removed. That's the reason it is very, we get more operational efficiency when we use any IAM software. Improve security. In terms of security, the use of IAM framework can be made easier to enforce policy around the user authentication, validation and privilege and address issue regarding the privilege claim. Now every data is in one place. We can simply generate data reports. We can simply apply policy through which we can validate that all the data, for example, privilege access, admin access basically provide to the user only, not to all the normal user. This way we can validate, we can apply policy, we can control. Basically, second is last ways, improve regulatory compliance. Every organization based on the locale, like for example in the UK and Australia or in the US, in the Middle East, every nation has, has to follow some kind of standard. For example, if they are working in banking system, they have to follow some standards, compliance standards. Same for the medical institute, they have to follow some. That compliance we can implement, we can we can apply basically when we are using IAM software. Summary, it's become impossible to manage all of this data counts and by hand. And then software solution is required which do all level of tracking of process and automation of process and also provide control on the process. Basically, we are doing automation, we are tracking down everything, and we are doing like we are controlling based on our business requirement. This introduction is like overall solution because now every organization is setting up all the component identity management, access management, and the privilege access management. Here you can check what are the softwares to open to write. If you go to products lifecycle management, that is comes under your IDAQ compliance management. That is again AI driven extended access management. All of this basically it's a one solution. I don't know why they have changed this category. Let me see it. Is that life cycle management, compliance management, AI driven? I mean, not AI driven basically, but the extended management we are covering. Initially, they launched AI driven. Basically, Sailpoint provides 4 products like Sailpoint. I could. This is the oldest product. This is IAM solution, basically, identity management. Then you have same way, you have 4 more tools. That is identity. Then you have a security. One is file access. And there was one more, that is AI, but they have stopped AI. Now they're not selling it because that didn't work. Like they have recently launched almost like 2 years back, but that didn't work. They have discontinued that. Now basically what they're doing, the sum of part I, They will provide you in all the software by default. Previously, they were providing a separate license product, but now they have discontinued that. Now, Identity IQ is your identity management solution that is on premises. On premise. I didn't know. It's the same thing. Identity management. The difference is this is a separate tool for handling the ID management. This is cloud-based. And you cannot perform customization. You have to reach out to, Sailpoint team for the customization. Those customers who need a cloud-based solution, they are still going to provide this ID now. Security IQ. I'm not aware of what is the purpose of this and still if they are still providing it, but I know about this file access manager. A file access manager is basically when you have a different file and you want to control permission and all, you can use this file access management manager. This is if you talk about the sales wise, this is 99, not 99, but I will say this is highest selling product and you can mark this 1.9. And I guess you can mark this 0.9% rest of the stuples. This is the most widely used for ID management. The reason is on-premises oldest tool in the current market and also full level of customization. You can perform an identity IQ. Sailpoint is a company and this is a product name. They see when your product become popular. When you're providing one solution that become popular, definitely you jump into different sectors literal to that. But it's not mandatory that you will become successful in that. For example, of top provides us a soup. But same time, they also launched LCMM model that comes under identity management, but people are not using this LCM model because of its famous for SSO. Every company has multiple products, but not all are popular. The same thing here. This tool is 8% ready. And every company, Sailpoint is one company, they are providing a solution. Now, the solution cannot be fit to all the organization's requirement. For that reason, they might tell you flexibility that you can customize based on your organization requirement, based on your customer requirement. Basically, in order to perform the customization, we have two options. Basically, not two options. There are two level of customization it might provide. One is we can directly configure in the UI. Like for example, changing some value in the file, making it like, for example, you have approval, you have one, for example, approval value is 1. We want to do 2-level approval. Let's say you do put 2. It will generate 2-level approval like that. This is called a configuration that we can perform directly in the files. And the second one is through code whenever you want to manipulate the data. Data is coming from different source. Data is going into different source in a different system. That data flow whenever we want to do manipulations. For that reason, we have to write the code that if as for those things is required, they have a different model. This model, totally separate model. Let's, for example, compliance management. If you have a good understanding on the compliance management, how compliance works in our nation and how you can implement different use cases in Sailpoint. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.